All right. Just check the audio. We should be good. So, before I begin, I would like to face east and give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahawah, BAHASHAM, Yahawashi, BAHASHAM, Rawchaa, Qadash. Double honors unto the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, the men I do learn this truth from. This is the brother Yeshaya, and as you can tell by the title of the lesson, many moons ago. Now, before I begin into the lesson, this is going to be a quick hit, but before I begin, I would like to play the video that inspired this lesson.
Here's Paulie, who's in the mob. Go ahead, Paulie.
Stool pigeon.
What? I'm a stool pigeon. I'm a rat bastard. This guy, yeah. I got the money, honey.
Uh-oh. Go ahead,
You
Paul.
are so lucky you're still walking around.
What, you want to know something? Come and see me.
Come and see
I'm
you.
over here. Yeah, I'm over here. Come and
One of
see me.
these days, you walk around with your head up in the air.
You're fucking right.
Hey, no F word. No F word.
Remember where you are, Henry.
Henry, you're
Walk
on
around
there.
with your head up in the air.
Yeah, what?
They're gonna cut your prick off sticking in your mouth one of these days. Believe me.
Paulie, you are in the mob currently?
Many moons have passed.
That was the line right there. Many moons have passed. So the spirit was instantly on me, like, yo, that's Jake. Because a lot of these Italians in the mafia, they go back to Jake. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who are the Israelites according to the Bible. And what you see right now being displayed is the curses. Our people are hating on one another. Now, through the spirit, I believe these could be Jake's. The title of the video, or a caption, it reads, Goodfellas, the real Henry Hill gets confronted by former mafia crew member. And let's rewind it real quick to capture that. So they asked Paulie, the guy that's calling and making the threats, hey, were you in the mafia? Are you still in the mafia? And his reply, like, Jake, man, they're smooth, but they're fucking evil. That's how our people are. But he's like, many moons ago, which means many months ago, a long time ago. Now, when you look it up on Google, it describes it as an idiom, which is like an exaggerated way of saying something. But that's true, man. Moons, it's a full cycle. 28 days, I believe, is what makes a complete cycle. But let's go ahead and finish this video.
You're fucking right.
Hey, no F word. No F word.
Remember where you are, Henry.
Henry, you're
Walk
on
around
there.
with your head up in the air.
Yeah, what?
They're gonna cut your prick off sticking in your mouth one of these days. Believe me.
Paulie, you are in the mob currently?
Many moons have passed. Many moons have
Okay.
passed since
Get
Leopard
out of
Boulevard.
here.
Many moons
You
have passed
sound
since
like a
Leopard
wise guy.
Boulevard.
You ain't got no coyones.
What posse are you with? What group? Who are you with?
He who lives first, last, stool pigeon.
Yeah. What's yours, nigger trash?
Okay.
Oh, there's another video a brother had shared, but so hey, man, through the spirit, man, these are Jake's. Let's go ahead and get into the precepts. This is going to be Deuteronomy 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahawah, thy power, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. And that's what happened. Jake is heavily influenced by the mafia, the mob, gang cultures, because these are the curses that are put on our people. You see? So yeah, you're going to have Jakes to you black-only Hebrew Israelites. Because that's the mentality you carry. You're void of light. If you think that you're a black individual, you think that you have to be of color to be an Israelite, then hey, you don't got it. You don't got the truth. You better pray that Yahawah, BAHASHAM, Yahawashi gives you the truth. But this is another precept, Haggai 1 and 6. Ye have sown much, so much. Ye have sown much, and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put in a bag with holes. Which goes into why Jake is so quick to go rob somebody, to get with his people and commit a crime. Rob a bank, rob innocent people with a home invasion. And regardless, hey, Nobody's innocent. Let's make that clear. But they'll break into a house that has nothing to do with them, just make gain. And a great example of that is something I just realized. Because being in this world, you are completely docile. Let's grab the definition on that. But being in this world, you don't think about all these little details until the truth comes. The spirit of Yahawah, BAHASHAM, Yahawashi deals with you. But this word docile means ready to accept control or instruction, submissive. And a big way that happens is through the music. Kendrick Lamar has a song called Money Trees. And you play the instrumental alone, it's a beautiful instrumental. But when you listen to the lyrics, like actually, read them out or think them out loud, he's literally glorifying home invasions. That mentality that we're reading about, that mentality that's carried out through these gang cultures. Like that video, that's what they were talking about. They're threatening to murder one another. I don't know the full details on the situation. That's something I could do for another video if the spirit's on me. But, that's the mentality of our people, that they want to tear each other apart. Because if you read further down in Deuteronomy 28, from verse 15 on down, that's going into each curse. You can make a video for each, curse that we got. But at the end of the day, we're going to keep it, straight to the point. Now, when you Google gang culture came from, that's a question I wanted to point at, because it came from our people. Our people have this mentality of just tearing shit up. It says they may have emerged spontaneously from adolescent playgroups or as collective response to urban conditions in this country. And that was Thrasher in 1927. Hey, so the urban conditions, Jake, hey, when you look up the word ghetto, since the spirit's on me, the head tribe of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who are Israelites, the head tribe is Judah. So when you look up in the etymology, ghetto, it says part of a city in which Jews are compelled to live. You know why they're compelled? Hey, Spirit just has me in the words today. Compelled. Let's grab the definition. Compelled. Force or oblige, Salakia, force or oblige to do something. So they're forced to do this. Jake is forced to be in the ghetto. You see? Because in here in America, you so-called blacks are the Jews. You are the true Jews. You don't see the small hats living in the ghetto because they ain't the Jews. So once again, let's go ahead and show the camera at the very top right there. Ghetto. You see, part of a city. It's backwards for me. But part of a city in which Jews are compelled to live. And that's it, man. That's the point. You could go further in it if you have the time, go look into it. But hey, Jake is in the ghetto. So jumping back to the article, The History of Youth Gangs. It's by ojjdp.ojp.gov. And one of the things when you first Google gang culture came from is that statement. They may have emerged spontaneously from adolescent playgroups or as a collective response to urban conditions. Collective response to urban conditions in this country. And there you go, because Jake are in the ghetto. They get tired. Our people get tired of, being pushed down. But hey, this is the punishment. You're called to be a man. You're called to gird up thy loins. Man the hell up, Jake. Now, when you scroll down and you go to gang Wikipedia, this is the question. It says, how did the first gang start? It says the emergence of the gangs was largely attributed to vast rural population immigration to urban areas. And then when you look down at the image they have there, that's you Northern Kingdom Jakes right there. You so-called Latinos and Native Americans tatted up with Sureños, I believe it's how it's pronounced. This stuff goes on and on. It's you Israelites, you Jakes out there that refuse to get right in the eyes of the Lord. So let's grab it once again. Deuteronomy 28:15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken, which means to listen, unto the voice of Yahawah. What's the voice of Yahawah? This is the voice of Yahawah, the ones that break this truly in the proper manner, the Holy Bible. That's the voice. So it says, will not hearken unto the voice of Yahawah thy power, to observe to do all his commandments. So you ain't gonna do what your gang leader told you to do. You're gonna do what Yahawah BAHASHAM Yahawashi told you to do, because guess what? He brings life and death. I ain't never seen a mafia member bring somebody to life. You know, if anything, you're just completely bugged the hell out. You're fucking chopping horses' heads and throwing them in somebody's body. This is why Griselda, that's a rap group, and they're heavily influenced by Goodfellas. All these motherfuckers, man, y'all the same people. You know, that's the reality of it. And y'all all the same, under the same curses. But it says to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. So you're overtook. You're compelled to be in the ghetto. You're compelled to be standing on the corners with your boys. You know? But now, hey, the spirit of Yahawah BAHASHAM Yahawashi has us standing out on the corners, on the highways and hedges, teaching this word. We're being the voice for Yahawah BAHASHAM Yahawashi, because we've been given the spirit, and we are in hopes that we remain in the spirit until the end. Because other than, hey, this is deeper than the gangs. This is deeper than the mafia. You could hide from the mafia. That boy on that clip, I forget Salaki, I forgot his name, forgive me. But you know, he hid. He was under protective custody. I believe is what it's called, because he was a snitch. Henry Hill. I was reading a little bit about him last night. He was in protective custody, witness protection, you know, whatever they call it. But there ain't no witness protection when it comes to dealing with Yahawah BAHASHAM Yahawashi. Let's grab a precept to prove this. Psalms 139 verse 2. Thou knowest my down sitting and mine uprising. Thou understandest my thought afar off. Hey, so the Lord knows when you're up and around, about. This was perfect. Psalms 94 and 11. The Lord Yahawah knoweth the thoughts of man, that they are vanity. Hey, a lot of nothing going on in Jake's head right now. You see? But let's continue with the lesson. So we made the point, you know, the Italians, a lot of them go back to the Sicilians, you know, which are Jakes. We went into the mafia a little bit. I even looked up as the mafia gang. It says the mafia is not a single group or gang. It is made up of many families that have at times fought each other in bitter, bloody gang wars. That's Jake, man. You have any type of gathering, Jake's going to be beefing with their own people. It says the Italian mafia is no longer just a violent gang running local rackets and smuggling drugs, but has mastered complex financial operations that can, you know, and so on and so forth. You know, we made the point with that. Now let's get to the key point of this lesson many moons ago. Salakia, you know, I just had to make the point because a lot of you people out there, a lot of you Israelites, you don't understand that our people go across the entire earth. You know, we come from all ways of life. Now, when you go into Google and you type in many moons ago origin, it says, this is the English.stackexchange.com. It says the English translation of many moons ago is attributed to the Kuna people, previously known as Kuna Indians. You can't get away from it. Gadite, you so-called Native Americans. It says who like many other Native Americans track the passage of time based on the full moon cycle. And you have the nerve to think that, Jake, you know, of course we've influenced the world, but hey, a lot of these Italians go back to you Israelites. You know, they could have been from the native tribes, you know, but hey, it's through a generation after generation. We don't all look the same, you know, that's just how it goes. So hey, you know, feel for the Kuna Indians or Kuna Indians. That's Jake, man, you Gadites, the Northern Kingdom. Now let's go ahead and get into the precepts. This is going to be Sirach chapter 43 verse 6. He made the moon also to serve in her season for a declaration of times and a sign of the world. And this is why the Native Americans were known for following the cycle of the moon. You didn't have a calendar to look at. You didn't have an iPhone to search up what month it was. You didn't have a Siri. You know, you didn't have these things. So what'd you do? You relied on your resources. And what is that? The sun, the moon, you know, the trees. You know, that we survived through the wilderness. You know, that's exactly what's happened. So continuing in Sirach 43, verse 7, from the moon is the sign of feasts, a light that decreaseth in her perfection. And look at the title of the lesson. If you're on a device that allows you to see the emojis I used, it shows you a complete moon cycle from from a full moon down to a new moon, which is a moon that's completely dark, and then it's renewed and starts increasing in light, and then it's a full moon and goes right back to a new moon, and that takes a span of 28 days. Now it reads, from the moon is the sign of feast, a light that decreaseth in her perfection. The month is called after her name. And now when you look up the origins of the word month, you're going to get moon, because that's exactly how the world was set up. That's how this place was set up by Yahawah, BAHASHAM, Yahawashi, 𝐤𝐄𝐄𝐅𝐿aHayim. You know, Yahawah in the name Yahawashi and the powers. But it says, the month is called after her name, increasing wonderfully in her changing, being an instrument of the armies above, the stars, shining in the firmament of heaven, the galaxy, the beauty of heaven, the glory of the stars, an ornament giving light, and the highest places of the Lord. And there you go. At verse 10, at the commandment of the Holy One, they will stand in their order. You know why they're there? Because Yahawah, BAHASHAM, Yahawashi told them to be there. And now you jakes, man, that's where the curses fall upon you, because the Lord has told you to repent. He has told you to get right in his eyes, and y'all don't listen, man. So it says, and never faint in their watches. And there you go. You ain't going to catch the moon falling. You ain't going to catch the sun falling down. It's because the Lord has it set. You know, nothing could go against his word. You know, but hey, you jakes, you've been given this time period to get right, but you refuse, because guess what? The Lord still has you 2/3 under his power. No matter what type of shit you think you're on, hey, the Lord can set you in the position he wants you to be in. Now this is why we're called to fear Yahawah, BAHASHAM, Yahawashi. Now this is going to be Joel chapter 2, verse 31. The sun shall be turned into darkness. Hey, with those nuclear missiles, when it gets all fucking cloudy, smoggy, you know, nothing but dust, you know, from those missiles hitting the earth, you're not going to be able to see the sun. You know, just like in Egypt, the Lord turned the sun into darkness. You know, they couldn't even see within, you know, a foot within themselves, from themselves. Now it says, the sun shall be turned into darkness, and the moon into blood. And the moon into blood. When you see a red moon, a blood moon, a moon into blood, before the great and the terrible day of Yahawah, BAHASHAM, Yahawashi come. Hey, because this can be a terrible time for you wicked ass Israelites and you other nations, because you're going to be heading into your slavery. Right now we serve you. Right now I'm up early trying to get this lesson in before I have to go hit the plantation. You know, so that's how you got to understand, man. The Lord is dealing with brothers, and we got to have faith in that until the end. Verse 32, and it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of Yahawah shall be delivered, for in Mount Zion and in Jerusalem shall be deliverance, as Yahawah had said, and in the remnant whom Yahawah shall call. Once again, let's read that. And it shall come to pass. So this is prophecy being spoke, that whoever of you Israelites, not the entire earth, and let's make that clear with this verse, shall call on the name of Yahawah, who was given the name, the Israelites, shall be delivered. By who? Yahawashi, whose name translates to he delivers. It says, for in Mount Zion are you Jakes, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And in Jerusalem shall be deliverance, as Yahawah had said. You know why we're going to be delivered? Because Yahawah said it. It says, and in the remnant whom Yahawah shall call. The small amount. Let's go into this word remnant. This is the Hebrew word sharayad, which is a survivor. Hey, we want to be known as the survivors. When you see that ICBM missile hit, we want to be the ones that rise through the power of Yahawah, BAHASHAM, Yahawashi. It says, alive, left, remain, remnant, rest. And there you go, that which is left. Like you got those, I don't know where it originated or, a great example, but like that, those sayings, you came from the ashes, you rose from the dust, like, that's power. It's a powerful statement. So we hope that Yahawah, BAHASHAM, Yahawashi receives our sacrifice, and it's worthy of salvation, you see? Because right now we're making our bodies a living sacrifice in the name of Yahawashi, So those were the precepts I did want to grab. Once again, I'm going to grab this one since it popped up. Psalms 94, verse 11. Yahawah knoweth the thoughts of man. And that's every man. It isn't just his people. He knows everybody. They're all up his sleeve, He can send a demon out to do this, causes hell in somebody's life. He can send an angel to come and deliver a good news to you. That's why you got brothers out teaching. It says the thoughts of man, that they are vanity. Because the thoughts are a vanity, because without the Lord, we're nothing. Before, everything we did before we came into this truth was nothing. You see? And that's what you want, because you want your slate to be clean whenever Yahawashi shows up. You want him to show up and accept you. Let's grab this precept before I close out, to tie it in. Because, Jake, man, they don't consider these things. They don't stop and consider why the moon changes colors. The body Yahawashi, I got two precepts. This is gonna, the Lord has a clear message throughout the Bible. So let's grab this first one that I didn't intend to get, but it's perfect. Psalms 10 and 4. The wicked, which are you other nations, but as well as you Israelites that follow the other nations. The wicked, through the pride of his countenance, his face. They were proud, those individuals on that video I played. They were very proud. Although you couldn't see the one calling in, but you could tell by his voice. It says, the wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after the Most High. The Most High is not in all his thoughts. There you go. You ain't thinking about the law, statutes, and commandments. You ain't thinking about if you eat pork, you're going to offend the Lord. Because that's the one person you want to be on good terms with. It's something as simple as that. You Jakes got to let that pork shit go. You got to let that birthday shit go. Here you are going stupid over a 24-hour period that's being shortened because it's scientifically proven and it's biblically proven. The Lord is going to shorten days. He's going to shorten time for the elect's sake. That's how serious this shit is, man. The elects need the time to be shortened so they can be saved. Because, we're living in a very dangerous time. Especially if the Spirit's not on you. If the Lord ain't dealing with you. You're dead. So you got to hope that the Lord deals with you. Now this is Matthew 15 and 8. This people being you Israelites, draweth nigh unto me with their mouth. So it's nothing to be at work talking about this stuff. What you're not supposed to do, because you got to be wise as serpents, harmless as doves. You got to be smart enough to know when and where to bring your weapon out. This is a spiritual weapon. So you got to keep this content in your mind, and let's prove it. This people draweth nigh unto me with their mouth, and honoreth me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. So you got to keep this in your head. Listen twice as much than you speak. You got to listen more than you talk. So, Lord willing, this lesson has been edifying. I pray that, Yahawah willing, I was able to touch on every subject that I had intended to get into, So, with that, I would like to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahawah, BAHASHAM, Yahawashi, BAHASHAM, Qadash. Double honors unto the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. SHALAWAM to the elect of the nation of Israel.